everybody? Welcome to Capital of Combat. Name says it all. I'm Hakeem Branch.
Rob Jarrell.
And today we're going to talk about this Saturday's HBO World Championship broadcast, World Championship boxing broadcast, in which we have Andre Ward making his second fight of the year against Alexander Brand, who is a Colombian coming up from 168, as a tune-up fight for the Sergey Kovalev fight. I say that because this fight is really being misunderstood by a lot of people. Is this fight what most people would consider a mismatch? Yes. Is this fight going to be competitive? Probably not. Does Brand have a chance to win? Does he have 2 fists and 2 legs like any other man? Yes, he does. Is it likely? No, it's not. Why is that, Rob?
Andre Ward is one of the best in the world. Pretty much. This is a tune-up fight. It's to help get that, again, shake off that ring rust, tighten up the defense, tighten up the offense, so he can be ready for Sergey Kovalev in November. Now, Alexander Brand has only really had one big profile fight. That was against
Badu Jack.
And this was a few years ago.
2012.
Where it was a majority decision, no, split decision.
Split decision.
In Jack's favor. So we know the guy is pretty decent. But he's only fought 3 times outside of Colombia. So, not saying that the competition in Colombia is very sparse, but he doesn't have that that international pedigree. Now, I believe he has had over 400 amateur fights.
He did. He had 423 to be exact.
I think he fought in the Olympics.
He did represent the Olympics. He fought in the Pan Am Games. He's got a ton of Olympic experience. I mean, but he's got a ton of amateur experience.
But he is up there in age. I want to say about 39, 40.
Yes.
But he's also sparred with one of the best middleweights in the last, let's see, what, 10 years?
5 or 10 years.
5 or 10 years in Sergio Martinez. And you will see it in his style. With Brand, he has a very awkward style, similar to me, a mix between Sam King Solomon and Sergio Martinez, where he fights with his hands low, he constantly moves, has that kind of athleticism from the outside, but he can really get in close, throw from extremely awkward angles that you're not going to see, very wide looping shots, and he's not afraid to, one, get hit and return fire. So this will be one of those things where, to me, Andre Ward has to really be on his P's and Q's, but it'll sharpen him tremendously. He got a good test and challenge from
Sullivan
Barrera, who is more similar to Kovalev than Brand. So, again, kind of stay busy, kind of get ready for that Kovalev fight. And I'm going to be honest, this was about the 4th choice they had. They were looking to get Nathan Cleverly. He decided to go another way. They tried to get, was it Shabransky?
Yeah, I think so.
Shabransky, who is definitely a contender at this point. Couldn't get him in the ring. They tried to get, it's one other guy. I can never remember who it is.
But it's really inconsequential. They decided not to, so yeah, they're not fighting.
And they've admitted it's been hell trying to get these guys in the ring. And he was supposed to fight Brand before.
Right.
But it was an injury. He ended up moving up. He's fighting him now. So while you say it's a mismatch and while people say, hey, there's better competition, yes, there is better competition. But you got to get the competition to step in the ring.
Yeah, it's the same problem that a certain middleweight has in getting opponents into the ring. And another thing, like, this fight is not to give him a Sergey Kovalev look. This fight is just to keep him active. And that's what he's going to get. He's going to get in there, get the real fight speed once again, which honestly I think was a bad idea to let him get that. Because when you have a guy at that level, all he needs to do is be active. He doesn't have to have someone who looks like Sergey Kovalev. He just needs to be active, and he can adjust to Kovalev in the ring, or him and his coach can study and come up with a game plan on their own. He just wants the real live speed of a fight to get his timing and his defense down and everything like that. And he's getting that in the Barrera and the Brand fights. So he's going to be really ready for Sergey Kovalev.
But I understand HBO wants to continue to build these guys up to this premier matchup.
Right, they want it on pay-per-view. So he has to be on TV in order to make that happen. So it's really on him to actually perform in this fight. Because like we said, they're trying to sell a pay-per-view. He has to go out there and look really good. Most people thought that Kovalev was going to steamroll Chilemba to add more fuel to the fire of their fight. It didn't happen like that. So it still added a little fuel, because now people are thinking, hey, maybe, because a lot of people were just like, oh, you know, he's going to knock out Ward, blah, blah, blah. And now they're like, oh, maybe, you know, Ward can do some things with him. So this fight is for Ward to put even more people in that frame of thought over, you know, and want to pay to see if he can topple this juggernaut at light heavyweight known as Sergey Kovalev.
And if I'm Ward, man, his trainer, I'm going out there and I'm going to put this guy in a hurt locker. He needs to take this guy out. Now, granted, we know he can win a 12-round decision. Easy.
Right.
But to really make a statement, he needs to get this guy out of there. And because Brand has a very good chin, he's never been knocked down, and his amateur pedigree, he's not going to be easy.
Right.
But he needs to hit this guy, hit him hard, and remind the public that he is Andre Ward.
Right. And that is the real purpose of this fight. It's not to be competitive. It's to have Ward look good going into the Kovalev fight. That's it. So we'll see how he looks on Saturday. We'll recap it, and then we'll talk Kovalev, because that's the guy who he's fighting. It's already signed, sealed, and delivered. They're fighting in November. All he has to do is win. And even if, like Rob said, he doesn't knock him out, it doesn't matter. He still wins. He still gets that fight.
That's right.
So we will catch that, and we'll talk about it more in the recap, because that's really all we got as far as this fight goes. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like this video. If you have anything you want to add about the fight, leave it down below. Keep it respectful to both fighters, because they, like we say several times, they're putting their lives on the line for your entertainment, and none of their money goes to you, so there's no need to be butthurt about it. If you have not done so, hit the subscribe button so you can follow us in our exploits. Hit us up on our social media networks in the description below and in the credits coming soon. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
This is round one and you've already lost. They don't seem to see that everything we've done is coming and cost. My fists are on fire, I perform till I perspire. My demons are in a rage, keep thinking that it's a game. I kick crime, hurricane, I told them I don't play, I'm liquid.
Black Street Fighter.